these are some testing modules of some assets. So before doing maintenance, testing data needs to be filled by the user if available. Now we will see PSI maintenance performance for transformer. User has to select for which transformer he is going to do fill maintenance data. Some schedules are available for transformer maintenance. Standards are monthly, half-yearly, and yearly. We will select monthly. Now, here some particulars of transformer master is being shown here, some detail. Then user has to fill maintenance detail, maintenance date, on which date he is going to do maintenance, attended by railway outsource, then the details of the user who attended this maintenance, then PTW from to time, from and to time. User may see the previous maintenance detail by clicking on this button. After that, the performer for monthly schedule for transformer maintenance is available. User has to fill this performer for transformer maintenance. The field showing with red stars are mandatory fields, and these are very important fields to be filled by the user. These mandatory fields may not be left blank by the user, and the exceptions will be generated on the basis of these values entered in these fields. If abnormal value will be entered by the user in these mandatory fields, then exception will be generated. Other optional fields may be filled by or not, may be left blank by the user. As condition of silica gel, exception will be generated if user will select need replacement. Oil level and conservator and bushing is also mandatory field. Exception will be generated if user will select low option here. And if value adjustment has been done, then the entry for adjustment needs to be done by clicking on this button. The performer will be available and user has to fill the adjustment details here. Leakage detail, oil in top up, whether top up done or not, condition of silica gel replaced or not. If adjustment has been done, then exception will not be generated. Otherwise, exception will be generated. Apart from that, if user will save the data, then exception will not be generated. If user has entered abnormal value and they will save the data, then exception will not be generated. Exception will be generated only if user confirm the data, because saved data may be modified in future. Now this is the performer for monthly schedule of transformer maintenance. Now we will see the other schedules of transformer maintenance. Now we will see half-yearly schedule of transformer maintenance. Here the maintenance details, this is common for all maintenance, the user and mandatory for to be filled by the user. After that, the performer for half-yearly transformer maintenance is available. And this is different from monthly schedule performer of transformer maintenance, as some additional fields have been added in this half-yearly schedules. जो शेड्यूल मेंटेनेंस के परफॉर्मर्स हैं, वो जो लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन के परफॉर्मर्स हैं, उनमें कुछ एडिशनल फील्ड्स अवेलेबल हैं. दिस हाफ ईयरली शेड्यूल परफॉर्मर has all the fields present in monthly schedule performance, and this half yearly schedule has some additional fields here. Then user has to fill all mandatory fields, as exception will be generated on the basis of abnormal values entered in these mandatory fields. So some fields are mandatory here as any sign of oil leakage, condition of silica gel, oil level in conservator and bushing, the BDB of oil, threshold value is being shown here. If user will enter the value within the threshold range, then no exception will be generated on this field. If user will enter less than and beyond the threshold range, then the color will be red and this field will generate the exception. After confirming the record, only after confirming the record. Then some optional fields are available here. These fields may be filled or not by the user. And then some mandatory fields are also available. And threshold values are also being shown here. After that, check, alarm, and tripping details needs to be filled by the user. Now we will see yearly schedule of transformer maintenance. Here, this is the yearly schedule of transformer maintenance. The fields showing in transformer monthly schedule and half-yearly schedules are also available here, and some additional fields. As this is the yearly maintenance, some additional fields are also available here. And testing will be linked only in the yearly maintenance. After filling all these fields in yearly schedule, user has to link testing details with maintenance data. So there are 7 rows are showing for testing details, as 7 testing modules are available for transformer. Last testing details may be checked by clicking on detail button. No available. No last testing details is available here. Now, to link the testing data with maintenance data, one has to select the testing status as already done or testing. If user has filled the testing data as demonstrated under testing menu, then he has to select already done for testing data. Then testing detail will be populated in the drop-down list. If user has not filled the testing data, then he has to select pending testing status. Then testing details will be disabled. In the same way, user has to link all testing modules with maintenance data. In this way, user may link testing data with maintenance data. After linking all these testing data, user may fill testing instrument details, as this block is common for all testing modules and maintenance modules. Now we will see auxiliary transformer maintenance performance. User has to select one AT master for which he is going to do maintenance, and then the schedule of the maintenance, as 4 standard schedules are available for auxiliary transformer as monthly, quarterly, half-yearly, and yearly. As demonstrated for transformer, all fields of monthly will be available in quarterly, and all fields of monthly and quarterly will be available in half-yearly schedule, and all fields of monthly, quarterly, and half-yearly will be available in yearly schedule. So we will see the yearly schedule of auxiliary transformer. First, user has to fill maintenance detail. This is common for all maintenance performers. Now this is the yearly schedule performer for auxiliary transformer maintenance. Here, the same demonstrated in transformer. Some fields are mandatory and they needs to be filled very carefully as exception will be generated on the basis of abnormal value entered in these fields. If user will select any sign of leakage, oil leakage, yes, then leakage detail field will be enabled. Otherwise, it will be disabled. Then condition of silica gel, oil level in conservator, condition of pole mounted ICDP switch and its fuses. Exception will be generated if user will select need replacement, structure bond and earth connection. Exception will be generated if user will select missing from the drop-down list. Now, some other mandatory fields are available as BDB of oil. User has to enter the values. Exception will be generated on the basis of threshold range. Then insulation resistance, HPR, HPLV, LVF, individual value of earth electrode, combined value of earthing, threshold value are being shown here, and exception will be generated on the basis of value entered compared to value entered with threshold range. If adjustment has been done, then adjusted value will be entered in this adjustment done detail. After filling all these details, user may fill testing instrument details. After filling all these details, if user will save the data, then instead of entering abnormal value, no exception will be generated. Exception will be generated only if an abnormal value has been generated and they have not been adjusted and record will be confirmed. Then exception will be generated. Now we will see circuit breaker. 4 standard schedules are available for circuit breaker: monthly, quarterly, half yearly, and yearly. All fields of monthly schedule are available in quarterly, and all fields of quarterly schedules are available in half-yearly schedule, and all fields of half-yearly schedules are available in yearly schedule. So we will see yearly schedule of circuit breaker maintenance. First, user has to fill maintenance detail. Then he has to fill the yearly schedule performer of circuit breaker maintenance. So some mandatory fields are any sign of crack, damage of pole assembly. Then gas pressure, threshold value is being shown for gas pressure. And adjustment, if adjustment has been done, then adjustment details may be filled by using this pop-up. Now mandatory fields are insulation, resistance, pole assembly. Threshold values are being shown here. Then some mandatory fields are condition of door gasket. If user select need replacement, then exception will be generated. If then user some mandatory fields are trip coil. The value threshold range is shown for trip coil as threshold range is being shown on the basis of data entered for trip coil in model master. So model data filling in model master should be filled very carefully. Now at the last of yearly schedule, testing data needs to be linked with maintenance data. As 2 testing modules are available for circuit breaker, then 2 rows are available here for contact resistance of pole testing type and open close testing type. Last details may be seen by clicking on detail buttons as no testing data is available. Then testing may be linked by clicking on already done button. If already testing has not been done, then user has to select pending. In this way, testing needs to be linked. Now we will see for interrupter. Interrupter is as much as same as circuit breaker maintenance. 4 schedules are available here. Now this is the performer for filling the data, for filling interrupter maintenance yearly schedule data. These are some mandatory fields. Any sign of crack, damage on full assembly. As this is vacuum type, gas pressure field is disabled. User has to fill insulation, resistance, pole assembly data. Threshold values are being shown here. Extraction will be generated on the basis of value entered as compared to threshold range. Condition of door gasket, gear oil, carbon bus of motor, motor current. Threshold value is being shown for motor current. The threshold value of motor current is being shown on the basis of value entered in model master of interrupter. In the same way, threshold value for trip coil is also being shown and for closed coil. The threshold value for trip coil and closed coil is being shown on the basis of value entered in model master data. After that, user has to fill data for travel and wipe of pole assembly mechanism. After that, user has to link testing data with maintenance data. As for interrupter asset, two testing modules are available. So two rows are available here. Measure contact resistance of pole and measure open close timing. Contact resistance of pole, if testing already has been done, then we have to select already done in testing status drop down. Now, as we have done testing for this asset, so testing details is getting populated in the drop down. Then user has to link this detail by selecting this. Now, this testing details has been linked with this maintenance data. For another testing module, no testing has been done. So user has to select pending in testing status. In this way, user may fill the maintenance data for interrupter. Now we will see lightning arrestor. So only two schedules are available. Standard schedules are available for lightning arrestor, quarterly and yearly. All fields for quarterly schedules are also available in yearly schedule, and some additional fields are available in yearly schedule. So we will see yearly schedule of lightning arrestor. First, user has to fill maintenance detail. As maintenance data and attended by railway outsource PTW from and to time, these details are common. After that, user has to fill yearly schedule of lightning arrestor. Some fields are available and some insulation resistance fields are mandatory, and exception will be generated on the basis of this. First, user has to select type of step. After that, user has to fill insulation resistance. Threshold value is being shown here. Then, after filling insulation resistance data, user has to link testing detail with maintenance detail. User may see the last testing details. As testing already has been done for this asset, so last testing details is being shown here. Total leakage current 5, capacitor component of leakage current 7, and other data. Now, user has to link testing data with maintenance data. User has to select already done in testing status. By clicking this option, the testing details has been populated in testing details drop down. To link, user has to select the data, populated data. After this, user may fill testing instrument details and may create a record for lightning arrestor maintenance. Now we will see isolator maintenance. Two standard schedules are available as half yearly and yearly. We will see yearly, as this will cover all the fields of isolator maintenance. So this is the schedule of yearly schedule of isolator, and user may fill all this data for isolator maintenance. Now we will see current transformer. Two standard schedules, quarterly and yearly, are available for current transformer maintenance. And this is the yearly schedule performer for current transformer. Here are some mandatory fields, and exception will be generated on the value entered in these mandatory fields. Here, after filling these fields, the facility to link the testing data with maintenance data is available here. Here, user may see the last testing details by clicking on this delay button. This pop-up is being shown the last testing details, primary injection CT ratio test for this asset, for this current transformer, and also this is showing testing instrument details used, and user may link the testing field data with this maintenance data by clicking this value populated in testing details field. In this way, user may fill the current transformer maintenance data. In the same way, potential transformer maintenance data may be filled by the user. This is much same as current transformer. And now we will see capacitor bank. Two standard schedules are available for capacitor bank, quarterly, half yearly, and yearly. As we will see performer for yearly schedules of capacitor bank. These are mandatory fields, and exception will be generated on the basis of value entered in these fields. Insulation resistance of series reactors, reactance value of series reactor, and no capacitance details are filled in this master capacitor bank. So no capacitor details is being shown here. After filling all these details, capacitor maintenance record will be created. Now we will see battery. For battery, 4 standard schedules are available: fortnightly, monthly, half yearly, and yearly. We will see how yearly, and this is the performer for filling yearly schedule battery maintenance data. Some mandatory fields are any sign of leakage, crack, overall condition, cell details, cell number, threshold value is being shown for a specific gravity of electrolytes, cell voltage, and value after adjustment. In this way, battery maintenance data may be filled by the user. In the same way, battery maintenance may be filled for battery charger, earthing, body trail, and now we will see maintenance performer for gantry. This is little different. As one has to select the location type, then location name, and then type of schedule. As no specific gantry master performer is available, but when we create PSI assets for lightning arrestor, potential transformer, and isolator, then by selecting specific application type, these 3 assets will be part of gantry maintenance, will be part of gantry asset. If we select application type gantry, then lightning arrestor will be part of gantry. If we select application type 25 kV type 1, then potential transformer will be part of gantry. If we select application type bipolar, then isolator will be part of gantry. First, user has to fill maintenance detail for gantry, then he has to fill the maintenance performer for all these 3 assets as per availability. He has to fill check all terminal connectors for tightness, yes or no, whether yes or no. Any sign of hot spot, yes or no. Adjustment done and remark. User may fill testing instrument details as per availability. In this way, user may fill the maintenance data of all PSI assets. Now, after maintenance, some exception may be generated. So now we will see the asset compliance performer as how to compliance the exceptions generated. Under PSI work menu, to open the exception compliance performer, user needs to go to assets needing attention performer. This is the performer for viewing and complying the exception generated. On the left side, the filters for location type and location has been provided and they are not mandatory fields. User may filter data on the basis of location type and location or not. On the right side, the name of all assets with checkbox has been provided. User may select the particular assets, one or many, as for them they want to see the exception generated. As I want to see the exception generated for all assets, I will check the select all option. Now after that, I will search the exception generated and all the exception generated for all these assets are being shown here. These are the all exception generated for all PSI assets. Now we will see this first exception generated for transformer, and location type of this transformer was GSS and location name was station 1 and SS, roll name is PSI. The name of transformer is trans 3. The maintenance date was 27 October 2020 and maintenance schedule was yearly, and exception was generated for LV Earth PI field as the value of this field is not in range and the value entered was 1.13. Now we have to do compliance for this exception. To do compliance for this exception, one has to click on this compliance button. After that, the performer for asset exception compliance will be available. Here's the summary for which item the exception was generated and the value and item for which exception was generated is being shown, and user may enter PTW from and to time here. After that, to do compliance for the exception, user has to fill the compliance date and new value of the new value has to enter against this exception. Complied value. The user may enter remark field as this field is optional. After clicking on this save button, exception will be complied and that exception will be removed from this list. Now we will see sometimes user has to replace the asset. Now we have developed some asset replacement modules under the guidance and suggestions of Northern Railway Northern Authority. Now we will see how to replace the PSI asset. So first, these are some replacement modules have been generated. Some PSI assets: isolator, current transformer, circuit breaker, battery charger, potential transformer, interrupters, transformer, auxiliary transformer, capacitor bank, lightning arrestor, CR panel, AC/DC panel. First, we will see for isolator. To replace isolator, first user has to select location type and location. Now, after selecting and pressing go button, the the performer for replacing isolators will be available. And these are the two isolators already linked with this GSS. First user has to fill some replacement details as on what date the asset is going to be replaced. The reason of replacement may be completion of product life or major components parts failure or upgradation of equipments. PTW from to time needs to be entered as these are mandatory fields. Then, now user may replace the asset in two ways. User may replace the asset partially or completely. To completely replace the existing isolators as then user has to click on this complete change button. Then the performer to completely replace the isolators will be available. Now user has to enter the newly added isolator details. This performer is same as provided for creating isolator master performer. User has to all these details and save or confirm the records to completely replace the isolators on this GSS. If user wants to replace the isolators partially, then he has to opt second option, partial change. Then already added to isolator details are being shown here. If user wants to replace only one isolator, then he has to click on this particular respective click on this button against respective isolators. Now user has to enter the details of new isolator. Then the details of old isolators will be archived and the new isolator will be linked with this grid substation. In this way, user may replace the PSI assets partially and completely. In the same way, current transformer, circuit breaker, battery charger, potential, and BM may be replaced. But in case of transformer, replacement may be done differently. As for this GSS, 4 transformers are available. And first, to replace, user has to fill the replacement details. This is common for all replacement forms. First, if user wants to change the transformer completely, then he has to select first option. As demonstrated in case of isolator, user has to fill the details of newly added transformer. If user wants to replace the transformer partially, then he has to opt for second choice. In this way, user may replace one or two transformers partially. This is same as demonstrated for isolator. Now, what is different for transformer is third and fourth option. By opting third option, accessories change. User may replace the accessories of particular transformer. No. Now, after selecting accessories change option, user has to select the transformer for which he is going to replace the accessories. He has to select the transformer. As no accessories is available for first transformer, then he has to select this. He wants to replace the accessories of this transformer. Then The details of all old accessories will be available here. User may replace the accessory by clicking on Replace button. He has to fill the details for new accessories. Then old detail will be archived and new details will be linked with this transformer. In the same way, user may replace the bushings. By clicking the transformer, while choosing the transformer, user may replace the bushings. In this way, the replacement details may be filled for all PSI assets. After that, sometimes user has to delete master data. To delete the confirmed PSI asset, this functionality has been provided under PSI work menu with name delete PSI assets. This functionality has been provided at senior DE level. Only through senior DE login, the confirmed PSI assets may be deleted. As I am not getting OTP, I have not received OTP. So this is the performer is same as demonstrated in OHE delete confirm assets performer. If no, I have not received OTP, so no way. Now we will see the PSI reports. Performer for PSI reports. First one is asset register. By using this report, user may generate the reports of any PSI master asset. As we will generate a report for lightning arrestor. User may fill the data by using entering. User may filter the data by entering the value in these filters. Application type, whether for particular application type, he may check the data, how much data they have been entered, and in this way, by clicking on proceed button, the report for lightning arrestor master data will be generated. Yes. Now, we are generating. We have generated report for lightning arrestor master data. This is the report is have generated for lightning arrestor. User may the 6 reports are being shown here and with all the details. The details may be customized by clicking the options here, selected columns. If user wants to select less columns, then the reports with less columns will be generated. And the reports, the search monitor details, disconnected details may be populated by clicking on this. Maybe viewed by click on this plus button. In the same way, the master data reports will be generated for all PSI assets. Now, maintenance register. By using this register, one may generate the report for all maintenance data. The report may be generated in single page format and multiple page format. In single page format, all reports will be generated in single page, and the details of insulation resistance, testing details, all details will be available in this report. And reports will be generated in multiple page format in this way. In the register format, details are available. After that, testing registers is available, and report is available, and testing data may be generated. No data is available in the same way as demonstrated for asset register and maintenance register. Testing register reports data may be generated. And another is master defect register. Through this report, the details of all exceptions, whether they have been complied or not, will be generated. Yeah. As exceptions are available for interrupters, then the master defect register for interrupter have been generated. One record have been complied on 1st December 2020, and other exceptions have not been complied, but all records are being shown in master defect register. Now, we will see some managerial. We have developed some managerial reports on the suggestion of Northern Railway. 4 managerial reports are there. Now, I will show all of them one by one. First one is summary of PSI assets. This report is very important because by generating this report at a level of division, headquarter, and board level, all data may be checked. As how many TSS, SP, SSP, transformer assets have been generated, this report will provide all the information, and the details of the apart from counts, the details are also available on the click of the count of the assets. By clicking on the count of the assets, the details will be available. So this is very important report. By using this single report, all data may be checked. Another one is month-wise progress of PSI assets maintenance. This report is showing the month-wise progress of PSI assets maintenance, as how many maintenance are due and how many maintenance are done. This report is showing the details for all assets. Another managerial report is summary of target versus actual PSI maintenance. User has to select for which month he wants to check the details and the type of asset. I'm selecting all assets. I want to check for all assets. No data is available for January. Now October. No data is available as this is dummy user. If data will be available, then this report will show the data. Now summary of overdue maintenance of PSI assets. I want to see for all assets and data is available. Summary of overdue maintenance of PSI assets. Data is available for which asset? Auxiliary, transformer monthly, battery charger monthly. This data is available. Now, last is this. This is the last report. I am showing you all asset data status report. This report is very important. By generating the data of this report, the status of data filling may be monitored from all levels, whether division level, headquarter level, and board level. By as demonstrated in PDMS OHE application, the if I will run this report, Senior D, TRD, MAS, I will run this report from Senior D, TRD, Chennai. Now, this report will show the data filling status of all depots under Senior D, TRD, Chennai. How many earthing station, battery module, AC/DC panels, the details they have been filled. The counts are showing, counts are being shown through this report, and the total population they have filled, the total data status they have filled in PSI by using PSI master performance and percentage field status. They have filled almost 100% data for all PSI masters, and maintenance data status may be monitored by using this report. And in this way, this report is for this SSC PSI AJJ, the 38 interrupter maintenance have been filled and 32 lightning arrestor maintenance have been filled. And in this way, the data may be monitored, master and maintenance, both data can be monitored from senior D, CD or board level. This report is very important. Now, and the Miss Kavita will show the demo of maintenance planning. Kavita?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, मैं स्टॉप कर रहा हूँ शेयरिंग और तुम प्लानिंग का दो फिर.
जी सर, जी.
Thank you all.
Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, Kavita.
Okay. So now we will see how PSI planning works. So basically, PSI planning is divided into two parts: automatic planning and manual planning. Now, automatic planning happens when a user performs the first maintenance of PSI assets in a particular with respect to a financial year. So that time, suppose user has made a maintenance of say circuit breaker at 1st April 2021. So for that asset, let that a circuit breaker is CBID1. So for CBID1, the planning is the entire planning for 2021 and 2022 is planned with respect to that maintenance date. This happens automatically. Now, if suppose user is not happy with that automatic planning, so he can change that maintenance planning using this module, or he can plan the planning for the asset a priori. So let's see how it works. So when we click on this maintenance planning link, this following form appears. So it asks for asset type. So we start with earthing station. Then year, we will select 2021 to 2022. Now we click on the go button. Now on clicking the go button, it shows a panel consisting of asset type, asset master, and the month April to March. This April to March, they are according to financial year wise, 2021 April to 2022 Jan. Now, earthing station maintenance has been done according to the asset type and location wise. So that's why the rows are coming depending upon the location type and location. That is, RGSS is the location type and location is the station 22. Now, in earthing station, only one type of maintenance type is available. That is a yearly. That's why when we click on this radio button, we see only one option, that is yearly. So when we click on this yearly option, this radio button color changes to pink one, dark pink. So this means that for RGSS station 1, RGSS station 1, April month is planned for the yearly maintenance. Now, if user again want to plan the yearly maintenance for the same asset in say December 2021, so it says maintenance not planned properly. Why? Because yearly maintenance should be done once in a financial year. Here user tries to plan the maintenance twice in a financial year. So system won't allow the user to do the same. Now let's take another example. Battery master. Now in battery, the four types of maintenance are available: fortnightly, monthly, half yearly, and yearly. Now for fortnightly, each month is divided into two schedules. For part 1, that is fortnight 1 of April, part 2 as a fortnight 2 of April. So if user select as fortnight 1 of April as, suppose the user wants to plan as the first half of April month as fortnightly. So all months first part is designed as a fortnightly one. Now we can see that the October month becomes half yearly, because this half yearly schedule, it happens exactly 6 months after the first first schedule. Similarly, if user plan now, if user plan user can plan monthly, half yearly, or yearly in the second part of the April. Suppose it plans monthly, so all the second part of the each month will appears to be a monthly schedule. Now, if user plan half yearly in the first part of April, so yearly gets automatically planned after 6 months. That is in October 2021. And first half of each month happens to be fortnightly. So in this way, the auto means we have provided visibility to the user that he or she can use can just select the first option, or can choose the first maintenance only, and the future and the planning for the further months gets happened automatically. Now on clicking the save or confirm button, the data gets saved or confirmed automatically. So here maintenance planning gets, means I am completing the maintenance planning. That's it, sir, from my side.